Happy Tuesday, everybody. I hope you had a great weekend and you're having a great week so far. We're finished with Module 3 and now into Module 4. I hope that maybe through the activities that were provided in Module 3, your thinking was pushed just a little bit about the use of standardized assessment and those large-scale testing opportunities. I read several times people talking about teaching to the test. And I'd like to push your thinking on that a little bit. There is a difference between teaching to the test and teaching the test. Teaching the test is unethical. You can lose your license for doing that. It really doesn't help kids at all. So I would encourage you to stay away from teaching the test. Now, teaching to the test is different. Teaching to the test means I am looking at how the test was developed. I am looking at the skills it's trying to assess for students. I'm looking at the verbiage, the terminology used, and I'm thinking about the standards I'm teaching. And I'm providing opportunity for students to understand the concepts that they will be assessed on with a standardized assessment. Now, that doesn't mean that our whole entire curriculum is only going to be based on the standardized assessment. And it doesn't mean that we do a lot of in-the-moment changing of our instruction based on standardized assessment, because first of all, it's impossible to do that, especially in the state of Iowa, because we don't get all the full results until in the fall. But standardized assessment can tell us some things about our curriculum. It can tell us about our pacing and where we have different things in the year. It can tell us about maybe some gaps that we're seeing, especially when you have large groups of kids that are missing concepts. There may be conversations that need to be had around when we teach different things. There may be conversations that are needed to be had regarding, we are okay with a whole group of students not doing well on this particular concept because we know it comes after our standardized assessment, and we believe that's the best place it should be placed in our curriculum. So I want you to rethink your ideas around teaching to the test or teaching the test. I agree with all of you when you said this shouldn't be the only thing we use to make decisions about kids or to make decisions about curriculum. So very, very true. But we can't disregard the data either. We have to think about the best way to use it, and the things have deep conversations around what we're seeing in the data. For example, if you consistently see that all of the minority students don't do well on an assessment, I think there are some deep conversations you should have around that standardized assessment data. So again, I just want you to think about your philosophy on that, and you're thinking about how do we use standardized assessment. As several people mentioned in their discussion posts, we do need to think about the purpose. And we even need to think about the purpose of analyzing the data. Like, what are we looking for and how are we going to use that information? Not only does it inform our state on what kind of support schools need, it's only one portion of that decision, though. There are several different pieces that our state, Iowa, I should say, looks at in regards to support that a school may need. And that's only one piece of it, but it is a piece of it. So we do need to pay attention to it. In Module 4, we're moving into the type of assessment that is the most important and shows the highest effect size in change of student achievement. And that is formative assessment. And formative assessment, we need to really be thinking about how are we using assessment results in the moment, in the day-to-day, to help us change curriculum, to help us think about how we differentiate for students, and to think about how we can flexibly group them in order to give them what they need at the time. So I hope you learned some more things about formative assessment, and I'm really looking forward to reading what you have to say. Have a great week, everybody.